Ever wonder why your money disappears faster than you earn it? The truth is, it's not your income that's holding you back, it's the system you're using to protect it. In this video, I'll show you 3 powerful hacks to build a financial fortress around your money. The friction method to make spending harder, pre-commitment to automate savings, and financial mindfulness to keep you in full control. These are the exact strategies the wealthy use to grow and protect their wealth, and today, they're yours. And if you're serious about protecting your cash and building wealth for real, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now, because this is just the beginning. Imagine this. You're working hard every day, but by the end of the month, you look at your bank account and wonder, where did all my money go? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Most people don't lose money because they're not earning enough. They lose it because they don't have a system to protect it. And that's exactly what we're building today, a financial fortress. Not just a budget, not just vague advice, but real, battle-tested money hacks that will keep your hard-earned cash where it belongs, with you. Think of it as putting armor around your money, so instead of slipping through your fingers, it stays and grows. The first wall of your fortress is something I call the friction method. Here's the truth. Spending money is dangerously easy. A single tap on your phone, one swipe of a card, and boom, your money is gone. Companies design apps, checkout systems, and even advertisements to remove every bit of friction between you and buying. If you want to flip the game, you need to reverse that system. Instead of making spending easy, you make it hard. The harder it is to spend, the more time you give your brain to catch up with your emotions, and the more cash you keep. So how do you actually build friction into your spending? Start with this. Delete your saved card details from online stores. Every time you want to buy something, you'll need to manually enter your card info. That 30 seconds is enough time for your rational brain to ask, do I really need this? Next, uninstall one-click shopping apps like Amazon or food delivery apps that make late-night cravings too tempting. Replace them with browser versions where the checkout takes a few extra steps. It sounds small, but this tiny bit of friction can save you hundreds every month. Another layer, switch to cash for everyday expenses. Yes, physical cash. Research shows people spend significantly less when they hand over real bills compared to swiping plastic. Why? Because cash feels real. You see it leave your hand, and you feel the sting of parting with it. When you use cash, you naturally become more selective, more mindful, and less reckless. Imagine you set aside $200 in cash for dining out this month. Once that envelope is empty, it's done. You can't overspend without breaking your own rule, and that's the beauty of it. The friction method isn't about punishing yourself, it's about protecting yourself. It's like adding a lock to your front door. You don't hate visitors, but you control who gets in. Similarly, you're not banning spending, you're simply controlling the flow of your money. The result? You keep more cash in your account, spend on what actually matters, and stop feeling broke 2 weeks before payday. But building a financial fortress takes more than just one wall. Friction slows the leaks, but the next step locks your money in place automatically before temptation even has a chance to attack. And that's where the second principle comes in, pre-commitment, a method so powerful it makes saving money practically effortless. Pre-commitment is about making the decision to save before your emotions get a chance to sabotage you. It's not about willpower. It's about building a system where saving happens automatically, whether you feel like it or not. Think of it this way. The strongest people in finance aren't the ones with superhuman self-control. They're the ones who design systems that don't rely on self-control at all. So how do you lock in pre-commitment? The first and simplest way is automation. The moment your paycheck hits, set up an automatic transfer to your savings or investment account. Treat savings like rent or electricity, non-negotiable. The beauty is, once it's automatic, you don't see the money. And what you don't see, you don't spend. Even if it's just 10% of your income, over time that grows into a safety net, then into real wealth. Remember, wealth isn't built in sudden jackpots, it's built in quiet, consistent moves. Another level of pre-commitment is creating barriers to impulse buying. For example, freeze your credit card in a literal block of ice or leave it locked away at home. When you're out, you'll be forced to rely on cash or debit, which instantly limits overspending. Some people even open a separate bank account at a different bank just for savings, with no debit card attached. The friction of transferring money out means you're far less likely to dip into it for something trivial. That's pre-commitment in action. Designing your environment so your future self makes smarter choices without even trying. Think about gym memberships that auto-renew. You don't decide each month whether to pay, it just happens. That's why gyms love them. Pre-commitment works the same way, except you're not losing money, you're stacking it. Imagine if instead of auto-paying for a subscription you rarely use, you auto-paid yourself into an investment account. Over time, those invisible deposits quietly snowball into life-changing sums. But here's the real magic of pre-commitment. It crushes impulse spending before it ever starts. Impulse is what drains bank accounts. That late-night gadget you didn't need, the clothes still hanging with tags, the subscriptions you forgot about. With pre-commitment, those impulses don't even stand a chance, because the money is already out of reach. By the time you think, I want that, the cash is locked away in your financial fortress, untouchable and growing. This isn't about being restrictive, it's about being smart. Every wealthy person you admire has mastered this concept. They don't depend on motivation or mood, they build systems that protect them from themselves. And when you combine pre-commitment with the friction method, you've got two layers of defense, one that slows down spending and one that guarantees saving. But there's still one more layer to make your financial fortress truly unbreakable. Because even with friction and pre-commitment, there's a silent enemy that slips through the cracks, unconscious spending. And that's where the final principle comes in, one that puts your mind in control and ensures every dollar serves you. It's called financial mindfulness, and it may be the most important hack of them all. Financial mindfulness is about awareness, noticing what's happening with your money in real time and making decisions that align with your long-term goals, not just your short-term emotions. Most people don't overspend because they're reckless. They overspend because they're on autopilot. Swiping a card, clicking Buy Now, or grabbing extras at the store feels like nothing. The danger isn't one big purchase. It's dozens of small, unconscious ones that quietly drain your wallet. The first step in financial mindfulness is to hit pause. Before you spend, ask yourself 3 simple questions. Do I need this? Do I already have something like it? What will this purchase cost me in terms of my bigger goals? That pause creates space between impulse and action. Suddenly, you're not just reacting, you're choosing. Another way to practice mindfulness is by tracking your expenses daily or weekly. Not just looking at your bank statement once a month, but writing down or using an app to log where every dollar goes. When you see it in black and white, patterns emerge. Maybe it's $150 a month on coffee or $300 in delivery fees. Whatever it is, awareness makes it real. And when it's real, you can control it. Even small rituals can rewire your brain. For example, carry a sticky note in your wallet that says, "Is this worth my future?" Or set a lock screen reminder with your savings goal. Those tiny nudges bring mindfulness into your daily life. It's not about guilt. It's about aligning every purchase with the future you actually want. Now, when you combine all 3 hacks, you've built a true financial fortress. The friction method slows spending and protects your cash. Pre-commitment locks in savings before temptation strikes. And financial mindfulness keeps you in control, ensuring every dollar serves your bigger vision. Together, they don't just save money, they give you power. Power to say no when you need to, power to grow wealth consistently, and power to stop living paycheck to paycheck. Remember this, money doesn't disappear by accident. It leaves when you don't guard it. But when you build your fortress, you're no longer the victim of bad habits or clever marketing. You're in control. And once you're in control, wealth isn't just possible, it's inevitable. If you found these hacks powerful and you're ready to take control of your money, don't stop here. This channel is all about giving you tools to build real wealth and financial freedom step by step. So hit that subscribe button right now, turn on notifications, and join a community of people building their financial fortress together. Because your money deserves protection and your future deserves freedom.